Hello everybody, I'm Miss Wonderful, and for those of you who know me well, I'm Kelsey. I am going to start off this new year by doing the Mighty's 52 Small Things weekly challenge. And the first challenge they have of the week is to identify your goals. So this part is tricky because usually I am super scattered and I have goals all over the place, and I have a habit, as some of you might have, to procrastinate and just do bits and pieces of said goals but never fully accomplish them. So this year I intend to attempt to change that. Before I get too much further into this video, I'd really like to explain what the Mighty is. It's just a website I've used for over the last year, and I'm not being sponsored by them or anything of the sort. I just have found a lot of personal benefit from it, and I think that if I can, I don't know, if I feel like it's impacted me this much, then why wouldn't I share it with my friends, you know? So basically, this website provides information about different health conditions, whether it's mental or physical, and it also provides support for the people who have said conditions. It's nice because you can sign up for different topics, per se, you know, each condition that you have or things that you want to learn about, and you can get those topics emailed to you, or, you know, I don't know what else, but you can have them emailed to you. So basically I get notifications on my phone each time I get an email, so I can read about the topics I've picked whenever I feel like it. It's been great. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, and I've also forgotten what I was gonna say anyway, let's just go into what my conditions are, because truthfully, it will make my goals make more sense. From what I can remember at this current point in time, with me being as worn out as I am, I have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It is a genetic connective tissue disorder, and there are several different variances. I believe there's 13, and I have the hypermobility kind. It is not strictly there's more to it than hypermobile, or being, there's more to it than hypermobility, but I will give details about these conditions at a later date. I just want to be kind of as general as possible right now so we can keep the ball rolling. Hyperadrenergic postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which is a type of dysautonomia. So basically, I've got low blood volume, and I have too much of an adrenaline response, and I get pre-fainting symptoms with positional changes. Fructose intolerance, which is exactly as it sounds. I'm intolerant to fructose, and apparently if I have too many fructans, it creates the same effect as having too much fructose. So I have to learn how to food journal at some point. That's not where we're going with this. We're just talking about the conditions. Mast cell activation syndrome. I don't know a lot about this condition. I am still learning about it, and I will inform you of what I learn as I learn it. But I believe it is an autoimmune disorder, but don't quote me on it. I just know that my mast cells are creating too much of a histamine response. They're overactive. And so I don't quite know what my body is reacting to yet. We're still figuring that out. And also, I have premenstrual dysphoric disorder, which I like to describe as PMS on steroids, which is as fun as it sounds. It's not. So now that you know what my chronic conditions are, maybe my goals will make a little more sense. Back to the goals. I decided to have an easy, moderate, and a hard goal. The first one that is easy is manage my symptoms more consistently. I'm very symptomatic on a regular basis. It is debilitating daily, and I would like to get to the point where I'm better about managing my medications and staying on top of those types of things so I can be at my very best as much as possible. So that's my number one goal for this year. The moderate goal was to organize my medical documentation. I found a really fantastic podcast, and I wasn't able to locate the name of it, but if I can find it, I will add it in the description below. But in this podcast, it mentioned creating a Cliff Notes medical history file. It includes things like name, address, phone number, date of birth, insurance provider, preferred pharmacy, doctors or specialists, their phone numbers, medication allergies, current medications, recent surgery or surgical history, and just a lot more important information that if I need to go to the hospital for any particular reason, or if I am seeing a new doctor or a new specialist of some kind, then I can just take a piece of paper, hand it to them, and have them type it all out instead of it being a line by line. Which medication are you taking? How, like, what's the prescribed amount? Because I take currently at least 15 medications, and I would like to be able to put in some time to complete this, so I actually end up wasting less time in the long run with every single specialist I go to. My third goal, which is what I am trying to work on right now, is to start and maintain a YouTube channel. Say what? No, but seriously, I would love to be able to help others feel more empowered within their current circumstances. So if I can create a platform to help others, feel better about themselves or more informed about their current circumstances, then let's do this. This is my first video for this channel, and I really appreciate you guys joining. So with that being said, those are my 3 goals for this year. For this first week of the 52 Small Things Self-Care Challenge with the Mighty was to, let me look at my notes, because as you have seen, my mind is apparently elsewhere today. So for my easy goal, it is to manage my symptoms more consistently. My moderate goal to organize my medical documentation, and for my more difficult or hard goal for this year will be to start and maintain a YouTube channel. Wow, I just can't even speak anymore. The joys of being chronically chill. Although I am burning up right now, so chronically chill might not be the correct term. Oh, goodness. While my past self tries to gather her thoughts, let's do a finish that sentence sort of thing, which is also from the Mighty. let's see if I can remember. It is, it is, I want to remind myself that, ... So, how would you finish that sentence? For me personally, what I want to remind myself of this year is I want to remind myself that it is perfectly acceptable and necessary at times to ask for help. Not only is it okay, but you need people. People need people. And nobody can do anything on their own all the time. And if you've got a chronic condition or multiple chronic conditions, it's okay to ask for help. And I really struggle with that, and I have gotten better with it, but I still need to improve, and that's okay. How would you finish that sentence? That's all I got for this video. I will be back with more. I'm not quite sure how often I will post yet, as my YouTube channel is still in its infancy. But regardless, I have a really great feeling that this will blossom into something very beneficial for many people. For those of you who enjoyed this video or would like to see what pops up next, you guys know how YouTube works, the liking and the subscribing and the etc. But truthfully, I'm more interested in hearing how you would finish that sentence. What are you going to try to keep reminding yourself of this year? What are your goals? Let's hold each other accountable. Let's see if we can make this next year a great one. Thanks for stopping in, and hopefully we will see one another again. Goodbye.